Awesome. All right. Welcome everybody to our second skills call of January 2024. I don't know where everybody's located, but it is true January today. We are currently at like -15, -30 wind chills. It's absolutely freezing. I just got in from doing about an hour and a half of barn chores, and I literally thought my fingers were going to fall off at one point. It was so funny because I heard Shannon blast in my ears at one point when I was out there, and she was like, our worlds are so different. And she's like, I'm sitting out on my patio, and literally I could feel the snot in my nose like crystallizing as I was listening to her message. So I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. We're just getting back from Maui, the MVP. So I'm going to kind of hijack tonight's call. It's supposed to be all about Canva. I am still going to share some Canva tips with you guys, but we couldn't go on a trip like what we just experienced and not talk about it when we're on a call with so many of your awesome faces. So I'm going to share just a little bit, and we're not going to take too long tonight regardless, just because I want to respect everybody's time, and our goal is to keep these short and sweet. But I just want to share a little bit about our trip to Maui and just kind of give you guys an inside look at what we experienced. So if you don't know, every January, Arbonne sends the MVP teams, the top 1% of the company, to Maui for our MVP leadership meeting. We have about 2 days of training. This year, we actually had 1 day of training, and then we had a half service day project where we got to pour back into the Lahaina community. And that was such an incredible experience. Obviously, many of you guys are aware of the fires that happened in Lahaina. And that was even just so emotional this year, driving in and out and passing that area and just seeing the complete devastation of what happened on the island that so many of us know and love and have been to for many, many years. So this was actually the 10th time that Arbonne has sent me to this beautiful island of Maui. And so it was so special to see how our company this year, because we really debated as a company, like, should we go, should we not go, just knowing what has happened in Maui. And actually the hotel that we were staying at is still housing residents from Lahaina that have been displaced since the fires. And so it was such an incredible experience to be at the hotel, but to see the locals that were still being allowed to stay there. They were being served 3 meals a day, and just getting to have conversations with them and the locals. Our Uber driver driving home was actually the most incredible man. And we found out at the very end that he's living in his car because he has not been able to find permanent housing. And so to be able to be on this trip, which is always such an incredible trip, but just to also see like the impact around us and know that we were with a company that took so much time and effort to make sure that we did this trip and we did it right. And so this trip is always full of like incredible entertainment and top-notch parties and all these different things. And this year they didn't bring in any like big flashy entertainment. They brought in the most precious groups of individuals that were impacted by the fire. So for our welcome dinner, we got to hear from like 15 little boys that have a it's called Maui Music Mission. He teaches kids how to play the ukulele, and that school completely burnt down. So not only did we have them come and play for us, we donated as a company all of their new ukuleles for their new school. We had the most precious little hula dancers whose school was also burned down. They came and they danced for us. And then for our service day, we were able to make backpacks full of supplies. We made kits, like we stuffed suitcases full of personal care items. And then they built 6 different, I think it was 6, right, guys? Amazing little playhouses that were personalized for kids, these 6 different children that they picked who lost everything in the fire. And what's so crazy is that these little playhouses, like one was going into a hotel room, one was going into a friend's backyard, and it was just this little like safe haven, this personal space that so much time and love went into that these kids are going to get. So I wasn't even planning on talking about all that, but when I started talking about Maui, that just stuck out to me. We also had the largest rainstorm that they've had apparently since 1990. So it rained so hard, and we stay in an open air hotel. So literally, like if you were going to go get ice, you were like scaling the wall because there was just rain everywhere. But it actually created some really incredible memories for us to just kind of like slow down and just be together and be cozy and just chat and brainstorm and talk about what we're learning. And I think this trip was just so, for me, and I know for others and other MVPs that were there, like feel free to put anything in the comments or unmute if there's something that you want to say. But for me, it was just so clarifying this week. And it was also so unifying. Like I felt like we left this trip so crystal clear on who we are as a company, where we're going individually, and just so unified as not only a large scale company with corporate and the field, but with us on the Boom Squad. Like we just know what we want to create. We know what we're a part of. And it's just such an exciting time for all of us. And we want to bring that back to you guys. So I want to share just a few of my notes with you guys because the one training day that we had, it was absolutely incredible. It really was. Like I'm such a training junkie. I know people make fun of me for it, but I could sit in trainings like 4 of the days of the trip because I just love hearing from people. I love learning from people. I love knowing what they did to have the success that they're having. We had tremendous growth last year. I know that a lot of people had a slightly low December. So if that was you, you're not alone. But what was so cool for me to sit there in January, knowing that we had just had a really low December, we were up 12% in sales in over quarter 3 so just November and December, or I'm sorry, October, November alone, increased our sales by 12% over quarter 3. We had 36 new regions and 9 new national vice presidents in that last quarter alone. Average earnings in the final quarter were up across the company by 15%. And you guys, we grew over $20 million in just fizz sticks in quarter 4 over quarter 3. Like we sold 20 million additional dollars of fizz sticks, which is just crazy. So those were some encouraging stats. And then we had 2 incredible people join us this year. Obviously, we had our CEO, Jen Orlando, but we got to see and hear from Jean David, who, if you have been around for a while, you know that Jean David was one of our previous CEOs, and now he is the CEO of our parent company. And so our CEO, Jen, who's just fantastic, her boss, her direct report is our old CEO, Jean David, who is just incredible. And when he spoke and when Jen spoke, number one, the relationship that the 2 of them have together is just so, so special. And when JD was here as our CEO, Jen was, I don't remember what her official title was, but she was just kind of like the VP of the US division. But he mentored her so intently that she's now a fierce female CEO, and she's our fierce female CEO. And I'm so excited about that. But the working relationship that they have is just so incredible. And to hear from him and hear what his vision is for our company, and to just hear him say like his goal for 2024 is simple. Business just needs to be simple. And he wants synergy. He just wants everything to flow and everything to just be seamless and work synergistically together, kind of like our skincare. But one thing that he said is he feels like over the last couple of years, we kind of lost a little bit of our Arbonne DNA, right? We got really client focused. We kind of lost the passion behind being in the network marketing industry. And we got really sales focused. And his goal for 2024 is to take us back to our true DNA, which is a network marketing business where we can be so proud of that. We can lead with the business and we can just do what we do best in this community and change lives through our income opportunity. So a few things that I'm super excited about is we are going to have tons of digital updates this year. And what they're doing, which I think is so amazing, is every quarter is going to have a focus. The MVP team knows exactly what the map is for the entire year of 2024. And each quarter, there's going to be a product focus, a digital focus, and like a business incentive enhancement focus. So they already know every single incentive that's coming for the entire year. They already know all of the products, obviously, that are going to be launched. They know every single digital enhancement. And so when we look at the calendar of the year, we can see that synergy. We can see how it flows together. And we're just really, really excited. One more thing that Jean David told us, which I thought was so incredible, was that there's only a 1% brand awareness in the US. You guys, like I've always said, like, 6%. Like I thought it was bigger. When he said 1%, I was shocked. 1% was the recent survey of brand awareness of our company. That shows us that we have so much room for growth. That is absolutely crazy. And then he closed his speech by saying, take care of each other, take care of Arbonne. And that's truly just sums up who he is. You guys, when we take care of each other, we're taking care of Arbonne. And that's what sets us apart. We heard from so many people this year at the corporate level, who are newer to Arbonne, but have said, like, I've been a part of so many companies and there's just something special here. There's something special with this community. And I truly believe that's who Petter wanted us to be from the very beginning. And it's just so cool to see that because we're taking care of each other and our culture, it's taking care of the reputation, of Arbonne. Okay, we heard from tons of MVPs, and maybe we'll just do little like videos on our pages at some point just to kind of share some of our favorite takeaways from our leaders. But one of the girls that shared that I absolutely just loved was, her name was Ashley DeLuro, and she's a brand new national vice president, you guys. And she just gave us like some really good gut punches on what it looks like to lead from the front, what it looks like to build community, what it looks like to reconnect with your dream team. You know, sometimes we kind of forget the ideal team member that we have. And I want to encourage you guys to take some time and just like really dream about what your ideal team member looks like. What qualities do they have? What characteristics do they have? And start making lists and going after those types of people. Share this business early and often. If you guys can start sharing your story 1 to 2 times a day consistently, consistency is the name of the game. And another trainer talked about, like, you know, you hear the whole saying, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. But the speed of the leader doesn't just mean that it has to be fast, right? And sometimes the speed actually needs to slow down so that you can take it all in, but it just needs to be a consistent speed. And so if you guys aren't currently talking about this business or sharing your story on a regular basis, I want to challenge you to get really consistent with sharing your story 1 to 2 times a day for the next 90 days and see what happens. Okay, they launched some products. They shared some products with us that I can't even really, like, I just need to be really careful about what I say because they're good, you guys. They're really, really good. We're all using them. We're all so excited. And I know we say this a lot, but I truly think this is my favorite product launch in 18 years. And they are products that are going to, one thing specifically, it's going to change the game in a lot of ways because this is going to elevate, it's just going to be awesome. So you're going to want to be at GTC when all these products launch because it's going to be freaking fantastic. But just know behind the scenes, we are already game planning and working up the resources that we need, figuring out how to best support you guys with these tools. Obviously, Apricot Basil Fizz launched today. I hope you guys all placed your orders. I think it's absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorites. I think Tara Landy's actually said it's her second favorite next to pomegranate. So that says a lot from her. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is Sarah Dunning. She's a 7-wide MVP. She's freaking fantastic. But something that she said that really impacted me, she kind of closed us out on our training day. But she said, don't let one bad season ruin the whole view from the top of the mountain that you worked so flipping hard to climb. And I know for a lot of people, there were some hard seasons over the last couple of years. And when she said that, I was just like, yeah, I worked so hard to be where I'm at today in this business. I can't let that season ruin the whole view, right? I need to take lessons from the hard seasons and I need to move forward. The next thing that she said, though, is really what I think was my biggest takeaway from the whole trip. And she said, change your dialogue, reaffirm something different. And you guys, I have committed to in 2024 changing my dialogue about what it is that I want to reaffirm into my business, where I'm going, where I'm headed, who I'm sponsoring. No more talk of low checks, bad months, previous CEOs, all the things. Like, I am just so excited about the future and where we're headed. And this trip for all of us, I truly believe for all of us that were there, was just such a a re-energizing week that just completely left us feeling so full of hope and excitement for the future. And I came home and I told my husband, I said, I know that it's crazy, and I know I say this a lot, but I truly believe that 2024 has the potential, if we all do what we know we're capable of doing, has the potential to be the biggest year in the history of Arbonne. So exactly what Tori just said, fall back in love with everything about Arbonne. That was actually how Sarah Dunning closed it. My main goal is to daily fall back in love with Arbonne. So every single day, fall back in love with this gift. Not necessarily like, we don't need to idolize Arbonne. We need to fall in love with the fact that this is a company and a community and an opportunity that we can drastically change our lives, okay? So my key areas of focus moving forward, I'm showing up daily, whether that's in my texts, my personal conversations, my DMs, my social. I'm showing up for my business daily. I'm coming up with plans, okay? I'm not just winging things. I'm going to have social media plans. I'm going to have event plans. Like I'm organized in the way that I'm executing my business, because this is a business. I'm eliminating noise and distractions, okay? There's going to be 10 million podcasts this year telling you the perfect way to do this and the perfect way to do that. And actually tonight, I was in the barn listening to a podcast, and I stopped in the freezing cold, took my gloves off, and I turned off the podcast and I unfollowed the guy, because I've got to be careful of who I'm letting into my head, right? And if you're listening to things that are making you question every single thing that you're doing, or making you want to change how you're doing every single thing, then just get rid of it. You know how to build this business. You've got people on this call that have done it, that are going before you, are willing to lock arms with you. Don't feel like you have to listen to every single thing that people are putting out there right now. And then, so eliminating noise and distractions, and then becoming so clear on what I want to create. And if the things that are coming at me every day do not help me get closer to those goals, the answer is no for right now. Okay. So we'll keep sharing with you guys over the next weeks, and just get excited. Arbonne, it is truly a partnership right now, you guys. This is the coolest, most authentic corporate and field partnership I've ever seen. They're listening to us. They want to make our jobs easier, and what's coming is going to do that. So now we're going to take a shift and we're going to talk Canva. Okay. So if you were on last week, let me get here. If you were on last week, Amy did a fantastic job talking about Canva. Okay. Make sure you go back and listen to that, because she really just gave some great stuff. And so the funny thing is right before I got on this call, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about creating stories on tonight's call, literally right before I got on this, and this will just speak to the whole like eliminate distractions and voices. A reel popped up from a social media influencer, and he said, do you want to know the biggest mistake you can make on Canva? Taking the time to create stories. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm about to get on a call and tell people how to make stories for their Instagram. And he just said it was the biggest waste of time. So I'm going to go with it anyways, because in our business, there are times like today where you need things to look a little pretty. So Amy showed us last week how we can make, she gave us a fantastic overview of the whole platform, but she talked a little bit about how to make meeting invites. I just want to give you some ideas. And I'm going to clarify again, this is a beginner's call. So if you're on here and you already are like wheeling and dealing on Canva, then this probably is not going to pertain to you. But if you are somebody who is terrified of Canva, or you're like, I don't even really know what the purpose is, and I don't want to pay the fee if it's only going to be to make meeting invites, I want to just tell you some of the things that I've made in the last couple of months for my business on Canva. You can make meeting invites, like she said. The invite that was for this call tonight, the invite that's for every skills call is Canva. I make all of my sample cards for my clients, or any client type referral card through Canva. I just made a Build for More referral program and info card on Build for More through Canva that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. You can make newsletters for your clients that are awesome through Canva, and you can add digital links and videos of you to make it really personal. You can do digital business cards or actual business cards. You can do all of your client care type documents, whether it's a special or it's your birthdays, your client renewals, your free gift expiring, things like that. So there's so many ways to put your brand and your touch on your business with this app. And I know because I've done this many, many times, but it's very easy for me to click, 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 click through stories. And I see something beautiful and I screenshot it and I repost it. And what I want to challenge you guys to do over the next 24 hours is take some time and create something that is you, that is your style, that is your brand, that feels authentic to you, and share it on your stories or on your main feed. And just start getting comfortable with creating. I think we are so used to consuming, and that is one thing that I think we can all work towards and grow towards in 2024 is just doing more creating and less consuming. And yes, you can screenshot and share different things on Instagram, but how awesome when you know that you're sharing something that you actually created. And so this app just makes it so easy, like I said, to put a professional element on your business. Okay. So Amy talked about all the things, the how-tos, like how do you get to different places. And so this is a template that I pulled up earlier, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a apricot basil story. I'm going to mute you real quick and tell my kids to go get the barking dog because he's going to drive me. Okay, sorry. Okay, so like Amy said, in the last call, and I'll stop referring to that in case some of you guys haven't listened to this, but we need to resize this document if it's going to be for my story, okay? So you can come to the resize, and I'm going to just go ahead and click on Instagram story. And one of the beautiful things about Canva is it is going to completely resize it for me to the size that I want it to be. Okay. And for time's sake, now I'm going to, well, no, I'm going to just do this here. Okay, so if you come over here to elements, so all of these things here, you can see there's actually 3 different overlays of images, and you can change any of that. Anything on this page, you can change, move, finagle, but it just kind of gives it to you, okay? So earlier, I pulled up this picture of apricots, so it's still in my recently used, which I love, so I'm going to just click and drag this over to here. And I'm going to take this big old picture of basil and I'm going to put, oh, that was in that middle one must just be kind of like a filter. I'm going to bring that one down here. And, oh yeah, it's a paper. So if you kind of click on things, you can pull them around. Okay. So then you can, sorry, I'll get rid of that. Then you can change the typing. I'm going to say new flavor. You just kind of finagle it to be whatever you want, size-wise. Jamie Carpenter, if you're on here, don't laugh at me. Effects. So you can change the position of all of this just so, and you know what it's covering here with, sorry, with the pictures. I need to move the zoom part. The position of this is kind of behind the basil. So if I want to move that forward, you just have to make sure that you go up to position and you're going to move that to the front and then you're good. And I'm going to add some text here with a little, we're just going to do a little, here we go. We're going to do a cursive apricot. Sorry, I got to get my size down slow. Apricot, basil. And then obviously you can change the colors to be whatever you want. On this one. Now I'm going to open another document that I started earlier just for time's sake. Also, if you click on this plus sign and then you click this little dropper, you can go pick exactly what color you want to really make sure that those colors match what is on your image already. Okay. So you can do very easy stuff to make it look like special to you. So if you come over here to your projects, this is where this is just all the stuff that you make. And I'm gonna, I think this is the one I wanted. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to show you a couple other fun ones. Okay. Because different people's styles are different. I don't love this style, but I think it's fun. So I want to show you how you can remove the backgrounds from your stories. Okay. So this is just when I went to my templates, I picked Instagram stories, and these were just a few that I pulled up. Okay. So if you get rid of that little ice cream cone, and then you come over to, these are things that I've uploaded. So I'm going to put this whole picture of Fizz right there, but I'm going to hit edit photo. And if you come over here to this where it says BG remover, that's background remover. Now this is not going to be perfect because it has a bunch of other stuff in that picture. But do you see how that background just popped right out? I'm going to take the position and move it forward. And on this one, I can actually go back to edit photo, and I'm going to click magic eraser. Okay. I'm going to make my brush size pretty big, and I'm going to get rid of this. Sometimes this can take a few seconds, so hopefully it won't take us too long. Perfect. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of that. Shoot, I have to move your pictures again. Sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm going to do it again. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now I have just my raspberry, or not my raspberry, what is it called? Apricot basil. I have just my apricot basil. Okay. So do you see how easy it is to just make things super fun and cute? Okay. This one, I love this one too. I'm going to make the size a little bit bigger. So it started like this. All I had to do was take my picture, drop it into the phone. You can change the font up here to say new flavor. You could change this whole section here to be like a little review. And then this was another one that I did real quick, and I changed it to this. So all I had to do here is, again, take my picture and I dropped it into the background. And for this one, I actually am going to change the transparency a little bit. So I didn't want it that dark. So I came down to about 60% transparency. And then for that, I'm just going to change the color of the font so that you can see it a little bit more. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Sorry, I'm like actually getting into it. So then you can just change it to whatever you want. Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is actually really awkward to do with people watching because I'm not looking at you guys at all. Oh, it looked like an H. Okay. So see how you can just make it like it's not like you have to start from scratch. When you find a template that you like, it's so easy to make it your own. Okay. So I want to encourage you guys to take some time, but like the guy said on Instagram today, we don't need to take hours and hours and hours creating a story, because that is not, I mean, you're going to have all this time spent in a story that is going to give you about a 10-second view, right? And so you don't want to take too much time on your stories. But if you want to share, let's say tomorrow you want to share about apricot basil, I want to encourage you to make just one story. And maybe you do something like this and you just put a couple bullet points of facts. There's so many ways that you can add text to your story and make it beautiful. And then when you put it on Instagram, you can link your actual shopping cart. So go ahead and put a few fizz sticks in a cart, link it to your story, and just get in the habit of being able to link things and share it. And then when you have a meeting, or if you're going to have, I'm not having any nature walks right now, but if there's something that you're hosting yourself, like it's so easy to just whip something up. Okay. When you come, I'm going to just show you, I'm going to go back here to home. Oh, and literally I just saw that there's 44 messages. So sorry if I'm missing stuff, I'll pull that up. Okay, so if you come back to the home, what will you design today? Social media, Instagram stories, okay? So you can scroll through all of these templates and find one. See this one that says coming soon? That is what I used for our entire uh December healthy living groups. Like all of the stories that I use typically start with one of these templates, okay? Now I want to show you guys something that I just made. Two things. One I made forever ago, and I actually just saw it the other day when I was talking to Tara Landis. And then one I actually just made for Replenish Me that I'm going to share with you guys tonight so that you can use them if you want. So this is, no, I'm going to go back to my original one. Sorry. Okay. So this is my, and I have them right here. I'm actually going to grab them so I can show you. Sorry. I should have done this right before. Okay. So this is a thing that I'm sending out to people when they sign up for Replenish Me. Okay. So this RM, it's the back of all 3 cards. This first one I printed blank with just this on the back so that I can write a handwritten thank you note, and it just says Replenish Me down there. Okay. The second card is a same thing on the back. So if you get these printed, you just want, it's 3 images with the same backing on all of them. This is just a great overview. Okay. So welcome to the club. Now that you're part of Replenish Me, what does it mean? It shows the benefits. Okay. And then the third card, this is actually why I made this. And you guys, every single part of this was a template. I added a few things, but every single part of this was a template, and I was able to do it in less than like 30 minutes. Okay. So then this side is a referral card, and it's friends help friends replenish. Okay. And so you can change, I'm going to give this to you so that you can do 2 things. Okay. I'm going to actually just copy this page right here so you can see it. So you're going to very easily be able to take your picture, and you're going to be able to slide it into this image right there. Okay. So you can put your family picture, your headshot, whatever you want, right in that section that I just dropped the apricot fizz. And then over here, you can change this to whatever type of referral program you want. My mindset behind this was I wanted something classy and professional that could go in a box with a bunch of samples. So I am sending like every fizz flavor besides the ones that they purchased, a green synergy for sure if they didn't do that, an immunity fizz, a tea. If they bought protein, I'm doing a skincare sample. If they did skincare, I'm doing a protein sample. But I'm basically just giving them like an awesome goodie box as a thank you for joining Replenish Me, but then saying, there's a referral program in here for your first 30 days. Okay. So every friend that they help get hooked, literally it says, get hooked on a Replenish Me box, they're going to get a $10 Amazon gift card for. And so this is just a way that I am working towards. I've got a big goal for having a large number of Replenish Me clients by the end of the year, because this is residual income. This is residual volume every single month. That if you work this relationship and get them secured in a Replenish Me order, that's volume that's going into your account every 30 days, hopefully. Might be 60, 90, or 120. But if you work really hard to get their networks excited about Replenish Me, that's where it's going to grow exponentially. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Again, one of the reasons I love Canva, super easy to share and to duplicate. So you don't have to take all the time to make things, because all you have to do is come up here and you're gonna, oops, I gotta move Zoom again. When you click the share button, you can change this to anyone with this link can edit, and you make a copy. And then I can copy the link and send it to somebody. Now, actually, I missed a step, but I already did it here. If you're going to share something that people are going to edit, you're going to want to make a copy of it first, because if they edit your link, it will change your link. So if I sent this link to somebody and they changed that picture, it would change it on my end too. So before you do anything that you don't want edited, you're going to make a copy. Then you can share that copy. So I already actually have my copy. I'm going to put it right now in this chat so that you guys have it. Oh, look, somebody already. Who is this cutie? Mika Parsons didn't follow directions. She did not copy her own link. That's hilarious. Okay, so then I'm going to go back again. This is so weird. I can't see any of your guys' faces. I'm sorry that I'm so distracted.
The top and you click share and you go down to other options and share it as a template link, then
is this Amy?
Yeah.
Say, do what?
Go down, keep going, more. Click more. Click. Go up. Go up. Up, up.
Template link.
Template link. Now everybody can change it on their own and it won't change yours at all.
Oh, see guys, better together. Oops, I don't want those. I want this. Okay. Oh, look, you said it in the comments. I didn't see that. Template link. All right, there you guys all have your own replenish me referral card or welcome card or whatever. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Okay. Next thing and last thing I'm going to show you and share with you is, yes, I'm not on that one. So one of you guys can just take that link and share it, or you guys can add me and I'll put it on there. Last thing I'm going to share with you is a digital business card. Okay. How many times are you guys out and about and you want to share information? There's so many different ways to do this. And I know that there's newer things, but sometimes it's nice just to have something to text somebody. So I'm going to also share this link with you guys. So it's several different versions. This is the one that I use right here. And you can literally go in, just swipe your picture in the background of whatever you want. Change your name, change your picture. This has my links for my Instagram and my Facebook. And then you've got something saved on your phone that you can either airdrop, text, drop. Like if you meet somebody, it's just a great way to get them some information. Okay. So at the end of this, you will be able to make your own story if you haven't. You can make a digital business card and have some awesome referral and replenish me information to go out to your clients. Does anybody have specific questions on Canva right now, since you have Amy and I on the call with you? Dude, how did I not know about the template link? All right, here's. All right, there's that link. Okay, so you're going to actually, Lori, just turn it into a hyperlink. And I have tons of questions when I actually start to do it. I love it. Okay, so you're going to go to, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to find it. Amy, where is it? Right there. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Edit link. Okay, so it's because my link's already in it that I couldn't see it. So it's a way that you can type, you just put the hyperlink in. So right here, it shows that this is what's attached to it. But I don't know. Let me see if I can go to a new one down here and do it. Okay, there. With the 3 buttons right there.
Danielle, you're not screen sharing right now, so we can't
Oh
see
my
you.
gosh. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, hold on. Thank you for saying that. Okay, Lori, real quick. Can you see it now? Yes. Okay. So when you click on this little Instagram guide here, you're going to click your 3 dots and there's this link tab. And then you can enter your link, which say, and then it's going to make that a hyperlink when you actually save it and send it. Okay. So you just have to go through and put all your personal ones in there and you'll be good to go. All right. Anybody, anything else? Alex, I get it. I get it. Sometimes it's nice to be a copycat. And listen, if this is not your skill, like you do not have to spend time there. I'm really good at Canva when I can sit on my own and just like work on it. Amy's a whiz at it in ways that I will never be. I love the creativity behind it. I love the design. I love making things look pretty. But this is definitely not something that is going to bring massive amounts of income into your business. So don't get hung up on it. This is just one of the small series in our skills call. And if there are other people or other apps that actually work better for you, then stick with that. But as more and more evolves, I think Canva is going to be the main tool that takes over. And what's so cool is it was created by a stay-at-home mom, or a super cool story about a mom. And now look what she's done for all of the people with creative juices. So it's such a great resource and tool to know, because as you do build your team, you'll be able to make so many things. I mean, we've made all of our healthy living guides are done through Canva. Our team's 90 strong. Journal, like this entire journal, this is a brand new one, is all Canva, like that Amy and I did together. And it was just a couple days work. So it's a great tool, but doesn't bring income into your business as a direct effect. So, all right, seriously, Nicolette, that's awesome that your kids use it at school. So, all right, guys, I hope this was helpful, and we will see you next Monday. Let's make it a great week and start sharing our stories early and often. All right, talk to you soon. Oh, I can't stop the recording.